Team, okay. I got smart and I'm pre-recording this video because that way the Wi-Fi doesn't matter. And I'm doing it again because I think this is important for you. I don't know, I found this very important in retrospect, which is the whole point of this month's theme, looking back to look forward. So we're going to do this again. This is my journal for 2020, which is unusual for me because usually I go through one of these about every quarter. So the fact that I got 12 months into this journal is interesting. That means that I didn't track some of the shit show that was 2020. What is also interesting, so many years ago, I read a book called Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. And in that, he talks about a level 10 life, which if you've been doing the habit cycle will look similar or sound similar to the deep health life web that we do every month. Basically, and it's not, I mean, you know, all kinds of people. I can't really say that one of these people made this up or that they own the rights to it or something like that, because this is a concept you'll see everywhere. Basically, it's 10 categories that you rank in like a pie chart or a bar chart, or just consider health, your business or your career, your finances, your spirituality, your marriage or your intimate relationship, which is different from your relationship with your family and friends, personal growth and personal development, your physical environment, which is how you care for your house, where you live, your city, your town, your car, you know, where you are in space, your charity, which could look like a lot of things. It just doesn't mean you have to write a check to a charity, but you know, lots of ways that you could contribute to your society. And then what you do for fun. And so I write these down, and this is, you know, like page 1. And these are 10-year dreams, 10-year goals. I picked that one up from Rachel Hollis, I think. I don't really follow her anymore, but so some of these, the cool part is that I did not check in with these quarterly like I normally would have. I didn't even check in with these until like this week. And damn if some of these didn't come true. Okay. I mean, blessed that some of these came true. And I didn't, you know, so I write down the 10 things, and the ones with the stars, I dedicate an entire page. So I rewrite the 10-year dream, and then I write goals in that 10 years and habits or systems or processes that might help, could help. I don't have to do all of these things, but these are just like a brain dump of all the things that might help get me there. And so where the video cut off before because of Wi-Fi, I was telling you that in 2020, I turned 40 years old. So I'm still in my 40th trip around the sun. And my 10-year dream for health is that I am the fittest, most conditioned I've ever been in my 40s. And it's the best decade yet. Already that's starting out to be true in COVID. Weird. So goals, you know, are like, goals and habits have things to do with setting macros that make sense for my activity load, playing around with what kind of fasting works well for my age group. Doesn't work the way that it used to when I was 20. Shocker. You know, just experimenting with different things and some things like that. I have business goals and habits for that, personal environment, and so on and so forth. So in the interest of doing what we do every month in the habit cycle, I want you to take a little bit of a deeper dive into what these categories might mean for you, and get excited that some of this stuff could start to come true. Right? So at the beginning of 2020, you know, January 1st, and everybody's writing New Year's resolutions, and we're all like, 2020, it's going to be great. New year, new decade, new blah, blah, blah. 2020 is also associated with hindsight and vision, right? So if your vision on January 1st, 1/1/2020 was a certain thing, and then COVID came in and like pumped the brakes on pretty much everyone on this planet, what could your 2020 vision in hindsight tell you and excite for you about the future for 2021? And if you're on my email list, I even posed the question, or maybe somewhere I wrote the question, I don't, maybe a post or something. What would you even envision through the rest of this decade, right? So we're just about to complete the first year of the 20s. If you were going to have this conversation with yourself, you know, December of 2029, and we're staring down 2030. Crazy town to think about, but what could you do in the next 9 years? Why does this video not want to be made today? Oh my gosh. Anyway, you guys picking up what I'm putting down. The reason I'm so committed to making this video, I want to talk to you about some of the resources, right? So we talked about Hal Elrod is the author. His book is called Miracle Morning. One of the concepts that he discusses in that book is the level 10 life. Now, if you don't want to go read the book, that's fine. It's a great book, but you can find some of these concepts, like just search level 10 life on Google or on Pinterest. All the bullet journal girls have made all kinds of like cute little things about it. Slightly more technical and way more energetic is Brendan Burchard. He wrote, I think in 2018, a book called High Performance Habits. Now that's a very workbooky kind of book. It's excellent. Sometimes he throws in bundles with like online learning platforms and stuff like that. You could also just get the planner, which is a 90-day planner. He outlines all of his concepts in that planner and then has all the worksheets basically you do every week or every month, depending on, and a lot of them, instead of a pie chart, his are bar charts. You know me, and I love scales on a scale of 1 to 10. So his are scaled 1 to 10 and you track them every week. So that's a great resource. Again, that's Brendan Burchard with his high performance product line. And then the third one obviously is Precision Nutrition. That is more of a, you could look that up, and if I get smart, I will. I am smart. If I remember to put the link under this video when I post it, that's the Deep Health Stress Web, Life Web, and Resilience Web that we use in the habit cycle, because there's really just no improving on it. It's fabulous, but their article is wonderful. So you are well resourced to go figure all this stuff out. And obviously here for you to help you vision, to break down what happened in 2020 because it was a crazy year, and vision how you could take that information, what you learned about yourself, how awesome you are, into 2021. So I made it through this whole video and I only dropped the phone once. Hooray.